other witnesses told me to watch the broadcast on the website. Do you guys like always watch that?
There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. Well, I was watching like the March one, like it's the most recent one, you know. And a guy was on there. He was talking about baptism, and like he was praising like a 10-year-old for getting baptized, and said like kids should do it as soon as possible, so they would get protection. As one, yeah.
Well, no, so, I mean, you can't put an age on it, but there's some young ones that have a strong desire to do it, you know. And really, the protection is I mean, it's not like they're going to have a shell around them.
Well, I was wondering what he meant.
Yeah, the
seems kind of ominous to maybe a child hearing that.
Yeah, yeah. But like if they, you know, if kids even at a young age, if they make a decision, you know, to serve God, that in a sense is a protection, because then it's kind of directed.
And they're dedicating their life to the organization.
Or to God.
Well,
you know,
it says to the organization when they get baptized.
Right, yeah.
Not to the Watchtower organization.
I don't remember the exact words, but really when someone dedicates it, we don't dedicate ourselves to an organization, but it's to, you know, to a God.
But it says that when they're baptized, they say, do you realize that you're dedicating yourself to the organization?
Yeah.
Can you say they don't?
Yeah.
And then, okay, now that was real interesting, first of all, because they always talk about how they don't baptize like babies.
Yeah.
So to me, a 10-year-old and saying that all kids should do it as soon as possible with that lifelong contract to the organization seems like, I was kind of surprised by it, you know, because of what the repercussions could be are so serious in that case.
And then being a young person making the commitment at that young of an age. Yeah.
Can they, like some of mine couldn't even read that fluent, you know?
Yeah, and I know, for me personally, I was a teenager out of high school because I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do, you know. So and everybody's different, you know. Everybody's different, but it is a protection when you make a commitment to something, whatever it is, you know. But if you make a commitment, it really helps you keep focused. Now, can I put an age on something? I mean, I know kids that are 10 years old can't tie their shoes yet. You know, so would that be a good decision?
Well, you know, like Jesus was baptized when he was 30, so I hear you guys want to be just like Jesus, so that would be kind of, that's not really following in his footsteps, to, you know, even he wasn't 10. But anyways, what really got me was that I was also watching on March 10th, the Australia Royal Commission on Child Sexual Abuse. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, because the Watchtower had their leaders there because they were being questioned under oath about their policies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, like they require 2 witnesses if a child is molested.
Well, that's federal court if anything, but like...
No, not for being molested.
It's
not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that in a federal court...
The police need to investigate, not them. They're not really experts at investigating child sexual abuse. So in Australia, they had over 1,000 alleged abusers in their database, and they didn't call the police on none.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff.
The
Like, if you
Watchtower
type it in right here,
that.
like in this area alone, I bet you anything you'll get like 20 or 30 of them like within a...
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think you can even look it up on the internet, can't you? Like who they are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what other venue you're talking about.
So anyway, while the Australia leaders, I forgot what you call them, were on, they swore on the Bible. In that case, it was March 10th, and you could watch it live on a video. I forgot how it all tied together.
It's very nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hey, have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
So he said they only baptize adults or nearly adults under oath after he swore on the Bible. And this other video come out at the same time. Now a 10-year-old is not a near adult.
Yeah.
So
and I don't, you know, what you're saying is, you know, I remember, because that was on one of the broadcasts that was just like last month, I think.
The baptism one? Yeah, March.
The one on youths, Yeah,
I was wondering why he would say that in court, why they say something different in court than they do on the broadcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of left me kind of like...
Like court, you mean the courts of Australia?
Right.
We're just familiar with the courts in the United States.
Right.
I don't know what the courts in Australia do.
But
They still swear on the Bible. They brought their own Bible, and you know.
yeah, it does. I mean,
They were
yeah.
investigating about child sexual abuse policies. They were. It was one of the organizations being investigated. So.
Yeah, the sad
Yeah.
reality is, I mean, it just, I mean, unfortunately, that's whether it's accusations that are brought against witnesses or anything, it's a serious matter, and you don't
Yeah.
mess with it. I mean, it's, you know, if you're protecting a child, you protect the child no matter what it is.
Right, and that's that's why they were one of the organizations under investigation. Not that it happens, because it
Right.
could happen anywhere,
Yeah.
but they were saying like kind of they were covering over and don't call the police when it's appropriate, like immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
There
the
was
thing.
also another recent case with the Watchtower in Philadelphia, and she won a large sum of money from them because they knew she was being molested as a child, and they didn't call the police,
Yeah.
and it was required.
Yeah, and if that's something that's proven in court,
yeah.
you go with the courts.
How does that make you
and-
feel about their...
Oh, I mean, like you said, is that you can go to Safeway and there's...
No, they
but-
weren't on trial
Yeah.
because there was one.
Uh-huh.
They were on trial for not calling the police.
Ah.
And so when she was an adult, she was like all messed up, so she was
Yeah.
just seeking justice.
Yeah.
And she won a large sum of money. Now
Yeah,
she
and
can't
if
talk
justice
about
was
it
served,
anymore.
I mean, you know...
No, justice
is-
wasn't served because she was being molested, and they all knew
No,
about
but
it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, I can't answer for
Yeah.
anybody in
Her name
that,
was
but-
Stephanie Fessler, Fessler,
Mhm.
in Philadelphia, so you can maybe look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And you know, things happen, bad things happen, even in...
Oh yeah, that's
in
not what
thing,
the
it's
trial
not-
was
yeah,
about.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, nobody could be responsible for everything. But the policies they feel are really have been, you know, questionable.
Mhm.
So that's what they were looking into.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So, but yeah, it just really kind of, I was kind of surprised that they would kind of say that under oath, that they only baptize adults.
Yeah, I you know,
Yeah.
someone saying that, I mean, I know...
The branch
I know-
leader of Australia. I don't know, I forgot his name,
Yeah.
but if you search Australia Royal Commission, like there, you can find videos of it and stuff like that, information, you know, so it's just good to know.
Yeah.
So just wanted to see what you thought about it.
And you know, there's been cases before where, you know, an individual maybe hid something and it's come to light, and
Yeah, it
you know,
wasn't
it's-
an individual, it was about 10 elders, I
Yeah.
guess, that knew they didn't call the police.
yeah,
So.
that's not right.
It's almost like they want to protect the organization more than the person being abused. So
Yeah.
it's sad.
Well, the thing is,
It's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. with
So,
you.
hey, thanks for talking about it. Just wanted to see what your take was on that because I just saw that recently.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a great day.
Well, you too.
Thanks.
Okay.
God bless.